Welcome to the Create with Ease podcast. I am Grace Covington, your host, and our topic today is the love nest of possibilities. I am so excited about this topic, and you've probably heard me say this a number of times of different topics that I have had on this show. But this space of the love nest of possibilities is one of the nurturing spaces to create your life from. The love nest of possibilities is where every possibility that is available for your highest good begins to show up in your world, and you receive it and create with that energy. So I'm going to take a pause and let that sink in, because that had some powerful energy in there for you to receive. So I'll say it again, but I'll say it a little bit differently this time. The love nest of possibility is when you start creating your life with all of the possibilities that are for your highest good that show up in your life. Let's get to cooking and let's tap into the energy of this love nest. So most people are afraid of how life shows up in their reality. They only want to see one spectrum, and that spectrum is only the stuff that you have labeled as good, the stuff that you have labeled as positive. But when the negative stuff shows up, that is often judged as bad, as evil, as against you. Yet, when you are fully embodied in your power, anything that shows up, you have the possibility, the capacity to change the energy. So that's why it is a love nest, because everything in your world becomes a possibility. If it is something that is difficult, hard, you find a way to go through it. You find a way to go around it. You are no longer affected by the things that show up, and you're no longer placing labels on the things that show up. You are looking at your life and everything that shows up as a possibility. Let me let that sink in, people. You no longer have problems, okay? When you're living your life in this way, because everything becomes a possibility. Now think about the freedom that you have to roam this planet when you're no longer looking at the things in your life as problems, but you're looking at them as possibilities. Like, wow, so this possibility showed up. Okay, how can I create with this? What else is possible here that I've never considered? What is this possibility actually facilitating me to? What is actually being asked to be created here? Thank me now. Thank me now. Look at the beauty your life becomes, the symphony that it begins to become, because you're not attacking life like, I have problems, I have struggles. Look at this shit. My whole life is falling apart. That's being a victim to your own reality. Or on the other side of the spectrum, when all of these people project their energies onto you, then you start believing that shit. You start, allowing it to affect you. When those projections come and people project that to you, receive that shit, girl. Receive that shit, queen. Receive that shit, king. That's the shit that's going to make you money, because when people judge you and you receive the judgment, you will make money and you'll be able to change that energy. And also, you begin to perceive and see where people function from. Not everyone that is in your circle is there functioning from a level of kindness towards you. There are people that are snakes. There are people that are evil little fucks. And you have to be aware of these energies. And it's not that you exclude people from your reality, but you're like, okay, so this person is a snake. Cool, that means I will not give them the opportunity to bite me. Okay, this person is an evil little fuck. So cool, I totally perceive where they're functioning from. And you're never at the effect of people. Like, you're no longer at their mercy, and you're not putting yourself in these situations where people are biting you, where people are treating you in some kind of way, then you're surprised when it happens. You're already aware of it. You are aware of it, and you know what is required, how you should move around that person, and what you can choose around that person as well. And when I say what you can choose around that person, there's some things that you're not necessarily going to share with that person because you perceive their energy and what they're capable of. So you choose to either limit your exposure to them or not completely be around them, whatever that is. But you're no longer like excluding people because you are afraid of them. You have this information already, and you know how to lead and navigate your life. So that's why I always, when I'm facilitating clients, don't be afraid of the judgments that people give you or project at you, because that's giving you information too. That's giving you information and clarity about that person. Maybe you won't go into business. You thought that you're going to create a business venture together, and then you perceive how the person is. You're like, no, I perceive their energy. I'm not going to create a business with them because this is what I'm perceiving. And then you don't put yourself in situations that are going to be uncomfortable or create what you're not asking to be created. Life becomes so much easier when you are willing to receive everything, receive everyone. You don't have to exclude people from your life because you have the awareness and you're no longer judging. Anything that comes into your life, you're seeing it as a possibility. Like, you are just waking up every day like, oh my goodness, it's another day on planet Earth, and how much fun can I have today? How much joy can I have today? And everything is still moving. Things are coming through. Some things that you may consider as uncomfortable, some things you may label as difficult, but you're moving through those things. You're going through them because you already know that when you tap into the possibilities, you already know how to change that situation or that moment into something different. I have used this in my life so many times, and the level of peace you begin to experience is so beyond this reality, and you can truly see that it is a gift for you to be here. You being on this planet, you are being contributed to. Everything around you is contributing to you. But if you are in this space, if you are outside of the love nest and you go into this trauma, drama, being a victim, going into this space of lack and difficulty, that's what you're going to create. You're going to create more of that frustration, more of that worry, more of that anxiety, all of that shit. You just keep recreating that shit. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Just keeping it real. Rather than choosing the love nest of possibilities where you have freedom, where you have peace, where you are unbothered, where you're willing to receive judgment. You don't give a fuck if people like you, love you. You're not attached to that. You're no longer attached to that mess, because you are living in the space of possibilities and really looking to create your life and have more and create more and immerse yourself in the joy, the joy, the joy, the joy, the joy that is here. The joy that is available on this planet. You're not, putting yourself in these negative situations, these energies. I'm even labeling things, but you're not putting yourself in these energies that don't create for you, and moving your life and directing your life into the possibilities that create more. If you are wondering what it takes to get to this space of freedom and peace, it does take your choice and it does take action. And I have spent many years, releasing these layers, letting go of all the lies and shit that I bought as real and true, and really doing the work to create this space for me, to create this space in my home. I just have to put a little pause and we'll come back to it. And the energy, so creating a love nest, that energy starts also being created in your home. Like literally, like our home, the energy that our home vibes in. And this is a possibility you can create. And you're like, you don't even want to leave your home. Like seriously, when we leave our home, it's like we're traveling, going to some other country, going to, a different state. But it is so nurturing here. It's like a 24-hour constant massage of just healing and nurturing and inviting you to tap into the space of creativity, releasing deep-seated limitations. I have considered offering like a retreat in our home, like having people come, not too many people, like maybe one person at a time, come through for a weekend just to experience the energy and the healing and the nurturing that is in this home. It is, whoa. I cannot begin to tell you what it's like unless you experience it, but that's an energy we have set an intention for and created. And it also mirrors, as you're going through these transformations in your life, everything around you is going to start to match that. Like everything around you, and everything is going to become alive. Your plants start to contribute to you, your bed, like your food, like I will consider that possibility. I've played with it in having a weekend retreat for being nurtured and taken care of so you can receive your deepest healing. If you're interested in that, send me a DM. I haven't publicly announced it. It's still a consideration. So back to what I was talking about is, yes, I've spent many years going through this transformation. And the amazing thing is that now I facilitate women, entrepreneurs, or women looking to create a business. When you come into this space, I like to facilitate fast. So you've heard me say this before. What would take someone 20 years, you are literally creating that with total ease, as fast as possible, not spending all these years doing the work. It changes. And I have something coming that is going to transform your life. Go to my Instagram, follow me, and you will see it coming and being posted soon, as well as going to www.createwithease.com. It's not there yet, but it will be there in the future. Go to Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful for you. Have a fabulous day. Thank you for listening to the Create with Ease podcast. Go to my website